Okay guys, as promised, I was going to show some people how I found it easier to crack the new CGC cases. That same tool that I used on the CBCS case, this can be used, or a knife or anything. I don't recommend a knife, but what most people will do is they'll get a little bit of room in the top, slide it through the corner, and then slide it down. But what I've found is that normally these are going to crack somewhere in here to the point where you cannot keep going. So what I found the best is just a very narrow regular screwdriver. So it's not a Phillips head, it is a flat one, and it's a pretty long one as well. The reason is that you're going to basically go from the corners and push down, and as you're doing that, you're going to crack the outside, but it's not going to splinter. It will splinter a little bit, but not as much. So the first thing to do is just kind of give it a little bit of a twist so that you can open up the top just enough to fit the top of the screwdriver in. So what I've done is I've just put it right in the very top so you can see that it's in the case. You're going to slide it to the corner, and what that's going to do is it's going to crack. Now it has cracked a little bit already right there, which normally if you start going down the side from the outside, you're not going to be able to get through where that crack is. But what I'm going to do here is I'm basically going to take this and I'm going to slowly push it down and then just give it a little bit of a twist motion, twisting towards the outside. So on this side, you're going to give it a little bit of a twist towards the end. You're going to hear it pop, but as it's doing that, you're sliding it right down the edge. By doing this, you're popping it from the outside, and then you don't have to worry about where the crack is to get a tool or a knife or one of these through the outside. So you're going to do that until you got it down to about the handle. This is, I'd say, about 6 inches. You could use a longer one if you have one. I'm going to flip it over to the other side, again still showing it through the top. So now you're not going to see it here for a second, but again you're sliding it right down the outside, and as you do that, just give it a little bit of a pop and you hear it cracking all the way down. Now I could keep going, but obviously the longer you go, then you start getting your hand in here, you don't want to get cut. So once this is done, you're going to reach in and you're just going to fold up the label, take that one out, and then from the top, you're going to slide in, and you can now grab this and slide it right out. So, like I said, is a lot of people are going to use some kind of flat tool and crack it, but as you do, if you crack it and you can't get it into the next part, you're kind of screwed. Whereas if this one, since it's on the inside, it doesn't matter if I can't get through, like right here, it's actually cracked. This would actually be going on the inside, and then you're popping it. So by popping it from the inside out, it's much easier. So hope that helps you guys, and hope that makes it faster and less likely to cut yourself. Thanks.